boy, we got this kill agent on the board tonight. Apparently you got a few agents out there hanging. So I'm working. We'll do our mellow review for Quick Way tonight, closing up.
Item number.
I got some things I want to work on.
SCP-360. Object class.
Sandy,
Euclid.
she wasn't in the greatest. She wasn't feeling super great, so I didn't want her touching nothing. I figured CDC as much as I could, short of what I could do. And everybody taking the grenade as far as what it is. I'm hand sanitizer if I can get to. If I touch the floor, hand sanitizer. You stay on that rotation. That's a good way to do that. That's just one of those gears going off while you're going doing a thing. Did I do that thing? Trigger, MOSFET switch, neural net. Figure it out. Figure it out. So I've made a lot of grids before. I'll just get the ruler out and a pencil and whatever journal I need to do and just fill out a bunch of volumes on. One of the hard things about journaling like that is you need to do like 10, 20 pages just as a test trial run and keep it going until it catches for what the standard is. That's the visual has to look like it because my body follows a certain clock. When I come in and I'm reading I got a picture of it on my phone. So, because that's gotta be redone for night shift if it comes in like that, because certain wave functions, probability of customers coming in are going to be a set. And again, I got 2 years over the country store way back when, but that doesn't count today because I did a rod and some other things I heard pop up today on the numbers manager right there giving me all the good stuff out there today. Real drill, real push, real good. That's what that is. I didn't make many mistakes for her to have to fix. Other than some fast stuff, and there was one, I don't know, I probably got a gray card, but I think he was over 21, but it was right there on the number. It was 9, and you got to do the month thing, so if you're ever worried about employees making that problem, just take today's date right off the hop in the trainee phase, bang it right on there, and that kind of cut list, because the maintenance log for the dailies are not the maintenance log for the weekly monthlies to the SAW program. A sawyer have to fix stuff and they have to get up in there and do a belt check because, if you're proper on maintenance, you'll turn it off first. I'll know when to adjust it and throw it into the set, and I'll just do 2 hours worth of a different project leading up to that and land on that one. And if you do that correctly with the short-ordered staff that you got, Larry, Dave, Don, one of them, but they cut off. Some of those guys are good with covering. After a while, Gustin just probably had enough of it. You can come in for 10-hour days for 40, you can get 5 for 8, or you can take as much OT as you want, stacking it. Every week, those numbers, set them together on the truck. Now, maybe the office gets it and Stone's worth it. But, God, I think it was 1,800 sales, or 100 and some odd customers, 1,800, something like that. And that's a pretty good return. I mean, you think about a stone pallet, it's $11 a square foot times 7 footers, 8 footers. It's $88 every piece for 18 pieces, so you're way up over 1,000. If I have the rock, I can do that by morning. Now that's a real slam. Talking about camp week or something like that, where it's a job. It's a job. I know because I want to make sure I give the girls credit because it's actually a hard job. And then running in subs back to back like that, you sweat, and it's not physical stress on the body where it hurts. It's a very different type of physics that gives you stress and anxiety, which is energy on sharp cases, where I lean heavy on administrative immunity, or tread docks, into the standard model for the subway station is the same thing as the standard model for the quick way, but it's going to be just easier for me to use subway, even though I've never used it because I've sat on the other side of the counter. It is a gauge boson. It's got all the things in the center: spin, charm, flavor, whatever you need, top down, bottom, spin, charm, flavor, and those are your scalar bosons, I do believe. Your W bosons are W boson, that's the guy's name, and they did math real good, so put out that number. That's a gauge, one boson comparatively to somebody that has some of the qualities, but do things differently. And scalars are also action spooky distance, like numbers of cells, and not being able to, which you would lose by scrubbing the windows and doing too much extra stuff. You lose on security to do a thing, and the timelines get compressed to do things like garbage go out because you want to sneak in a break or something like that. And most of that is a break comparatively to, like I said, you can still take one of the girls and put them in the board factory, but you rate the same way you rate the guys. Like, that's what the performance rating, long-term action, two-phase, three-phase motor will do if you go over working it, or what do they call it, maxing it out, or what's the term for it, overclocking it. It's going to do this. There's a spectrum to it. It's a matrix to it. It's an action at a spooky distance like anything else, but you have to go make it. Sorry, I'm used to dealing with the guys. But at any rate, inside of there, so you hit the main stuff. It's got to be on the checklist. Petty cash. It's got to be on there. Lottos, and then cigarettes, because you're always at the counter as soon as you clock in. Hit the go button. Those are the first things you do. Well, clock your drawer first, and it's got to be in that order. And I know for some reason it just doesn't look that way or doesn't feel that way. Something's wrong with it. Battery died here, but I'll know for sure. Of course, 100%. I'm gonna look for stuff that. But the game is, you gotta fix it. If you give it back and just say, no, it's done, then it's done. And then back to sentinel detail like everybody does as you do, right? Because now that's mine. And it was already enough for most of the time to mass out a bunch of people. And the terminal kick over there is a saw. Just 12s, 24s. For me to just look at it takes some experience and know-how. But then you're going to learn it quick. You know, somebody's going to hit you with those 24s. That's this, the program like this, and you should turn. Because I need you to do that machinery. And sometimes I've watched them train people wrong. You know, not that they didn't train me not right, but if you try the technique, and I've seen you try to do the technique that you did on me on somebody else, it would make for a bunch of problems. And it does. And so, I'm talking about Johnson's. Pushing rock, cutting. The terminal ID on the system makes, I'll proof me across the board for what it is, a little ding-dong that does that. At least it's something. I checked it. There's this date. I have this number written on here. This is no-go situation. No-go. And or yes go on what it is. And like I said, the only thing you can do better than that at that point in time is you'd have to have it hanging above the lotto there in a screen. I don't know how much square footage you have up in there, but if you go to Preston Park across the border there, they have it right at the cash register next to the conveyor belt. And the girls working there with the systems working there, and so that goes to be the hot. Another one is a good example of something like that is like, do we get a crappy power washer because it's almost faster to do it? As long as I have a hose, and you get that hose service, but then you kill a bunch of rookies, right? They get caught in it, lined up, get electrocuted. And it's almost not worth it to pull it across out front. Is it almost worth to put it out there? Somebody might steal it. Sure, true. We gotta have enough quarter length and make sure it can do those things, or those things can't be the possibility of the options of the boxes and what's on Amazon or inventory. You don't do it. If it's out of the cost ratio, then those things are never one of those things, and you shoot the rookie that asks you. So little things like that, because if the service is like, once every other year, one of those little crappy one breaks, and you just work it like the workhorse it is. When get out there, one move, just pressure wash it instead of getting out there, get all the spider webs out once a week. Could you hit the pumps? I don't know, maybe. That'd be a nice way to turn it up, do a thing, hit it once a month. Yeah, take a day. Take a knee, that's your extra OT hours. That'd be one of the crew guys running for a maintenance tag in the region from corporate or something like that, because, well, it's like me working in Stone Mill. I'm going to the Director of Information Technology and Defense Secretary, or Defense Attorney, well, what do you call him? You call him, District Attorney, that's what it is, Buckley. Buckley would have the authority to make you show up. I order you. And the police come. So you see some things, like I like the psychology click, but I also have respect for local people. I have respect for what the local standard is, and I know how much that tweet goes. Usually it's just water cooler conversation in general, because when you get off the farm on gravity, that's where the gravity, the gravitas of the situation often in town. Oh, well, that thing, Larry, huh? Cudlow walks into the comments. Welcome to Rabbit Holes. Help you today. I gotta die. You see me? I feel you, brother. Oh, well, I guess that's enough of it.